Okay. All right, we're going to call to order the Madison Historic District Commission regular meeting on Monday, May 18th. It is 7:07. And let's just introduce ourselves for the nice people that are here. Carol Snow is remote. Jayshree.
Jayshree Pugh.
John Lind.
I'm Tom Boyle. I'm the brand new chair. You're getting a new chair. I've been in the chair for 30 days.
Don't give us
Part of it. Yeah, really do know.
I'm Dennis Van Loo.
Susan Artledge.
And just give us your names and address.
Colleen McHugh Heflin.
John Heflin.
Hi, John. You've been here before us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
498 Boston Post.
That's great. Okay. Well, you have now. This is an informal meeting. You're just going to tell us about what you're going to do, and we love informal because that gives us the idea of what's happening, and we can help you,
Right.
perhaps, figure out what it is you're going to do and what if there are any impediments or that kind of thing. So why don't you tell us what you're going to do? I think we have pictures here.
I also, too, I don't know how many people are on the board, but it's not going to be exactly this. It's pretty close to.
You can share.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the front door?
That'll be the door that's going out the back of the house, the patio door.
Oh, okay. You can't even see it from the street, can you?
From Cherry Lane, you can.
Oh, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question always is on your house.
Yeah.
Cherry Lane is a private road.
Thank you.
So, nothing's okay there. There's not,
All right, meeting adjourned.
yeah, right? But let's see.
Basically, we're doing some interior renovations of the house.
Right.
And one of the ideas was we have a room right now. It's kind of the kitchen area where we, eat. And just to have a better access to, or should I say, instead of being lazy and walking into the dining room and going out that way, it would be much more functional to be able to go out the kitchen and out into the patio that way. And it was suggested maybe we put a door in there. We never thought about it, and the more we did think about it, like this makes sense. Since the entire renovation, we're taking that table out, we're extending our island on our kitchen, and where that could be any type of eating area for everyone as well. So new cabinetry and shelving stuff in that whole kitchen.
Right.
And as we get older, we get more grandchildren. We figured that door would be great as opposed to them running through the dining room to get out.
Hear that now? Can you tell me on these pictures where this door is going to be?
Sure.
I'm having trouble figuring. Here, he's got them all here.
The door is going to be right here. It's the furthest away from the door.
Oh, the Bilko door is going to stay there.
Correct.
And these windows will go away and you're putting out.
These windows will stay.
So the door's gonna be to the left of the windows.
One window goes away.
One window goes.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
So we're putting, so we're kind of.
Okay.
So two windows.
Yeah, I was trying to make.
So this is your floor plan?
And is this the entire change on the exterior?
Yeah, it's the only change.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
This 3 set,
Yep.
2 will remain, this goes away and is the door next to the Bilko.
Thanks.
Or as you look at this.
So this faces Cherry Lane.
Correct.
So, yeah, so the question always is, it's not a public way. It's a private road. I was thinking it was on the other side, but it's not. What do you think? I mean, I'm just asking, curious. What do you think about having, so will you extend the flagstones there right up to the door, or how are you going to do it?
There'll be a couple of steps.
Yeah.
No more than two.
And what do you think about having a door right next to the hatchway like that?
It's actually going to be the other side. It's going to be closest to the outdoor shower. So,
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're getting rid of one of the windows.
Right.
And the door is going to go where that window is.
Yeah.
So won't that doorway be kind of only a few feet really from the hatchway? I don't care. I'm just interested. I'm just interested that you're doing it.
Yeah, it would be like a little landing. you know, with
Oh,
a
okay.
porch and
Yeah.
like a stair down.
Yeah.
And it has railings, I think, right?
Say it again?
It has railings?
Yes. The little porch, yeah.
Now, there, on the drawing, there is a top deck railing on the top right of the drawing.
So,
Mhm.
that's
Right, that's the railing you're talking about. It's on the top right of the drawing. There's a railing diagram. Is that the railing you referred to?
No, I just,
Typical deck railing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
This one right here,
Yeah.
top deck railing.
Yep. You might be able to see it from the post road.
Going to the mission.
maybe in the winter, but we
Yeah.
did in blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not shown here, it's like this post road. Got a bunch of arborvitaes
Yes.
Yeah.
that are here, so it's a quick angle, definitely in the winter.
It's a peak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, I don't know. My initial reaction is if you want a door there instead of a window, and this door looks like it matches pretty much the doors over in front of the patio. On the other side, I don't see any big deal here. What do you?
Yeah, I agree. Architecturally, I don't have a big problem with it. I think for your application, a drawn elevation of the new condition,
Sure.
I think would be beneficial just to make sure it's all clear, but yeah, I personally don't see any concerns with it.
Susan?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. Danny?
I have no concerns.
Okay. Carol?
Yeah, I have no concerns, especially because I think the kitchen is a newer addition off the back of the house. And also, as you pointed out, Tom, it's, if it's off Cherry Lane, that's a private road.
It's a real peak to see it at all.
Yeah.
But we are redoing our regulations now, so I very carefully went through them today. And interestingly, I didn't know this before. You are supposed to, even though it's visible from a public way, you're supposed to figure that out, even if landscaping or trees are in the way.
Yeah.
Still supposed to know, yeah. So,
That's.
That's right.
yeah, so it is, I mean, we do have to look at it.
Formerly we did.
Yes. But I don't have it. Jayshree, did I ask you?
Please don't give my wife any other ideas.
Yeah, right.
No, I have no concerns at all. I think
So what you're gonna do then is just put a regular application in for next month.
Correct.
And then I don't, if this is it, I don't think.
just an elevation drawing of that.
Elevation drawing, okay.
Yeah.
That-
When Marie at the office just said, hey, by the way, why don't you come to tonight's meeting, just to formally talk with everyone? And I said,
Yeah.
great.
We really encourage that because
Yeah.
if it were more complicated, then we could maybe give you some ideas of how you could make it happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have, the elevation is nice and that's what we need.
Right, good.
Yeah.
You won't even know that it was added over. It's totally, not, pretty much smooth.
Good. All right, thanks so much. Come on in.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you.
Thank
see
you. Say hi, how's Victoria?
Good.
Where is she?
Down in Nashville. She's got a dog now.
Grandkids?
No, not from Brian.
Brian, yeah, little girl. She'll be 1 next week.
See. Or it's friends,
Nice.
Victoria.
Okay. The next item is discuss and approve the revised and reorganized regulations and guidelines as presented. What we're really doing is the format.
That's essentially, I did highlight where I made physical changes, at least we've reorganized.
Right.
Made sure every section that didn't have a letter or a number after it now is properly numbered so that it's trackable in
Okay.
the online version.
Right.
A couple of things I just took advantage of while we had the opportunity. One, we only referenced the green district in the
Oh, yeah.
regulations.
You have to change that.
So wanted to
Yeah.
at least put the other two
Right.
districts and maps in. I did delete the appendices and the acknowledgement page. The acknowledgement page wouldn't read online properly. And the appendices, because they can be outdated, especially the application form, if it goes into an online format. And then the resources, we just thought a better location would be on your commission webpage. So
Okay,
you can have all of those resources still available. We could still direct folks to that in the permitting application. But we didn't have to actually include it in the regulations themselves.
okay.
And Tom, you and Carol worked on making the introduction a little broader.
Right.
Just to kind of highlight the history of the town and the establishment of the commission. So that was really all of your labor. And then also the preface to just kind of discuss the purpose of the guidelines and how the districts were established. And then again, I noticed as I was rereading through the individual sections, we referenced meeting dates on the regular Thursday of the month.
Yeah, I
so
saw
I
that. That was
switched
weird.
that.
Yeah,
And just a couple of page references
exactly what I saw.
that were from the old text.
So we'll just figure out what the section for that correct thing for that is.
I did replace
You did that, okay.
some of them.
Wow.
Anything that referenced the appendices, I just deleted.
Okay,
But if there was, to refer back to a section, I did try to make that new section number so that all the cross references worked. And then the other thing that's not really noticeable in the document, but in order to migrate this text into an online format, I had to separate images from text.
yes,
And so that's within your actual guidelines. All of those photos are now just photos and the text boxes are below so that the company can properly separate out.
so because I'm analog, I printed the whole thing, just to look
Yes.
at it, just it's easier for me to understand it, you know? So when you say that, I don't see any difference though.
It won't, on a printed version, it physically will not look different. But on an online version, the entire page was basically a photocopy of a book. And so they weren't, when they take a PDF and convert it, it's not my language, but it needed to be photos separated from
Okay.
the text in
Yeah,
order to
that's fine.
reference them. Easy enough process, but I think I just took care of that piece too. So you would really only notice it in a Word document or in this PDF here.
Right,
That it no longer looks like just a photocopied reference page.
okay. So on the acknowledgement page, is that just out entirely now?
I deleted it from the regulation. We can add, I think it would be nice to update your webpage itself with a little bit of, because now that we've kind of.
Oh,
pulled
I
these
see,
pieces
right.
of it,
That does make sense,
just
yeah.
think more of who the commission is, how it was established. We can, the original adoption of the historic, the commission occurred in these, whether it's original members or how you went about that history.
Okay,
But because it's not like a plan document and their regulations and guidelines, it just seemed for this online codification easier to eliminate a separate acknowledgement.
Okay.
So that it was a working regulation.
okay. Yep. Carol, I'm
Yeah,
confused.
sounds good.
I'm confused about the thing you wrote is perfect. I love that. Is that supposed to take place of the introduction that we have now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, we should still then put in what you were just talking about, a little history about how the commission was created.
So some of that is in the introduction.
Yeah. This is section 110.
And not really, and not in the preference, it would, it talks about in 2010 in the introduction, the
Right.
town government established the district.
Right.
There's nothing to say you can't go through now individually any of these sections and update the text.
Okay,
The only thing that really is time sensitive is the reorganization of the document.
Okay.
If you're comfortable adopting this reorganization, we can now move forward all of our town regulations to our contractor to begin that migration process. And just as the Planning and Zoning Commission is taking section by section and making, looking to see if you want to make any changes, update things, streamline any of the wording, add a little more history of the commission, you're welcome to do that. Your adoption of regulations is quite simple compared to other boards and commissions.
No,
It
but
doesn't require a public hearing. There's really no statutory provisions here for you to adopt them. So it could just be at a meeting.
yeah, so it's us.
Yeah, so, as you work through the summer or fall, if you have areas that you think could benefit from edits, I'm happy to give you just the Word documents and we can go through and update them. And then we just send the updates to the company who's gonna be managing our online regulations.
Got it.
Okay, two questions.
Hmm.
In the introduction, third page of this document, on the second paragraph, it says 2006, the Madison Green Historic District, and the following paragraph, 2010, Madison Historic District Regulations and Guidelines. Those dates don't seem right to me.
I just looked that up, actually. I was
remember?
asking about when the original Historic District Study Committee was established. So we know the regulation, the ordinance was established in 2010. But based on the town clerk's records, the Madison, the Green, which was originally just the Madison Historic District, that study committee was established in 2005. So we could edit this 2006 to read 2005.
There,
Um,
look,
Because technically the district wasn't adopted until 2010. So it was a 5-year period, I think, between the studies and then all of the voting and.
Yeah, so I guess I would have thought that the first reference would have been the 2010 when it was approved, not when the
Instead of the study
study
That makes
started.
sense. But then the Liberty Street is 2019, isn't it?
no, it's earlier than that.
No. I would have to look at that. I can look it up, actually.
I thought
I
that was
involved
later.
with, I have never.
But I would think the dates in that second paragraph correspond to when it was approved.
The districts were approved.
Yeah, when the districts were.
So, no, you could just say 2010.
We had that on the shared drive, right, Carol?
Yeah, but Tom, I appreciate you asking these questions because I think we all ask the questions trying to figure out the exact history. And whether we go by the study committee report or then the guidelines I thought were written later, but
And they weren't. I mean, I remember sitting and we wrote them.
yeah.
So it should be the ordinance adoption. date.
Maybe it's the ordinance of it.
That's when the actual.
That's when it's legal.
Yeah.
When the commission was formed.
Should be the date that the Board of Selectmen approved the commission.
Right.
The commission
I'm
was,
sorry, the historic the dates for the second paragraph, I think should be the dates that the Board of Selectmen approved the historic districts in each case.
I agree, and I think those revisions are only ordinance. I'm gonna look right now.
Oh. So is this not correct then, John? 2010, Madison Town Government established the HDC by ordinance.
That date may be right.
That
but that's also-
2010 is correct.
But that would also be in line with when the Green Historic District was approved.
Okay. Oh, right, of course.
Yeah,
I got
they
it.
went together.
Yes,
I think they're the same.
yeah, that's what I just, this is the whole
time.
presentation I just made, I should know. Yeah, I got
Been
it.
20 years already.
Don't either.
Well, guidelines right now, the current one is pretty old. The, all the information on our website,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
yeah,
Never got properly updated.
right.
2013
Eileen.
is Liberty.
2013, right?
Liberty.
Yeah.
But I have the original ordinance is April of 2007
Huh.
or 8. I will check that
Okay.
date to at least if that's the 25 is correct.
Yeah, 20.
And it says 2007, so that was the year that the Historic District Commission was established. It says commencing in 2007 and continuing to 2011 inclusive, and then following after, so.
Well, then the regulation should be that same year. Shouldn't be 2010. Because we had,
Yeah.
when the Green Historic District was established, we had that regulation to go with it. And that was part of what the Board of Selectmen were approving.
No, I don't know. I mean, I remember sitting in meetings when we actually were the Green District was already established and we were working on the regulations after that. Because we didn't have any regulations.
But ordinance, this sentence specifically states ordinance.
Yeah.
The town government established the Historic District Commission by ordinance. That should read 2007, because that's what it says in the ordinance.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And that corresponds with when the Green Historic District was approved.
Okay, now,
That made the Historic District Commission.
correct.
Having an Historic District
That was-
manifested the commission.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the regulations followed that 2010 is what happened. I mean, the date on it is 2011.
But this.
I don't know what that means. I'm not terribly concerned about it. I just,
Well, we had to have had regulations when the district was created, because then if someone had an application, we had to have something that has some rules to follow.
yeah, no, it makes sense. I get
Yeah,
it.
and I think as part of the package that the people were voting on included a draft set of rules and regulations, which is largely what
The regulations.
the original regulations. Now, maybe we formalized it after we had the commission in place,
Yeah,
but there was a draft set, which largely is what.
okay.
With
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't.
first study report.
Yeah, with the first study report, there was a draft set of regulations that the residents reviewed, so they would know what was.
Had to be something.
So my question is, Carol, if the 2006 Green Historic District, if that should be 2007.
Possibly, yeah. And I think just to add to the confusion, a lot of times we get copies of drafts of the study report, not the final.
Yeah. I'm
From the
gonna
study
look
report.
again in the clerk's office and see, now, we just looked through committee establishment dates.
Right.
For just your speech tonight.
Right.
But for this, I'll look through the folder of when the study was done and see if I can find the actual date. I'll clarify and email all of you. Okay, if that's our
That sounds
only
great.
piece, I'll do a little more homework tomorrow morning just to confirm that it was 2007. The ordinance clearly says that, so I think we can change the 2010 to 2007.
Okay.
And 2013 is correct and 2025 is correct. So now it's just,
For whatever it's worth, and I'm gonna go with whatever we wanna do, but I have the Historic District Regulations and Guidelines published January 14th, 2010, because that is what we used for the Liberty Street Historic District. So they could have been established before then, but the version we used was January 14th, 2010, because I looked at it.
and that's accurate here, where it says the initial commission researched and compiled the 2010 Madison Historic District regulations. So that matches.
Yeah, it does.
It's just the date of when the ordinance was established needs to be a little earlier.
Yeah.
And we know that the study committee for the Green District began in 2005. But it wasn't adopted in 2005.
Yeah, it took a while to get us to the point where we.
That's the date we have to fix. Or at least
That's
confirm.
Compared to. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, we can do that.
So Aaron, I'm looking at the ones you mentioned. So I printed this today. Would the corrections on its section 5.5 termination of appropriateness? It mentions pages 7 and 8 of this handbook. That's incorrect, right?
Hold on.
Yeah.
You printed the existing regulations?
I
Or
printed
the-
this,
the
I printed what you
proposed.
guys sent. What?
Okay, hold on, section 5.5.
5.5.
Get to that, make sure I might have missed
Actually,
one.
I downloaded 5.4. Well, this is the handout we all got today, but I downloaded it from the Agenda Center.
Yes,
You're reading right there is not. on this-
Okay, so it was correct. That's all I was asking.
this, I'm reading the proposed 5.5, and those pages are eliminated.
Got it.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
in letter B where it says the reader is referred to the design guidelines of this handbook.
yeah, right here.
If you'd like me to add the section in here, I can, if that's clearer, or if we could leave it to just read.
I don't have any
refer to the
questions.
Design guidelines in this handbook.
Yeah, again, I don't have any question about that. I just printed the wrong one.
Okay, that's fine. I gave you
Everyone,
the-
I just got, excuse me for interrupting, but I just got a voicemail from Eric saying that he can hear the meeting, but no one can hear him.
All right.
Yes, I think his is it microphone permissions, maybe?
Eric,
It's fine with his
He's
end.
a panelist, so he should be able to unmute himself and connect his microphone.
if we can clear it up tonight, that's great. Otherwise, we'll clear it up next meeting.
That's fine.
Is there a chat option in Zoom?
I don't think it's enabled, but he can chat through you, Carol, if he
I
noticed.
know.
anything.
Well, I'm not answering my phone. I'm just getting voicemail.
Oh, okay.
We can text each other maybe. But
That's fine.
I think we're good for tonight anyway. And Erin, it would be great if you could check all those dates because it is confusing.
I'll work on that and then send you a final copy so that will be now moving forward, our official version
That's great.
of the guidelines.
Yeah, we should all
So
be.
we're gonna take the other one down off the website and put this new organized text.
Good.
up.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I know at the last meeting I said I had some questions. And
Yeah.
I think I understand what we're doing, which I'm completely supportive, but if we feel there are things in the guidelines after they're reformatted that need to be updated. Yes. The ones that I have done, I promised I would go through it, so. Talk about demolition authority, for example, talk about townwide preservation tools. Talk about solar panels on roofs
Solar panels, I think we should do.
are not in here, what we just reformatted them, so. Can you just say again, because I think I heard what you said, Aaron, but again, because I'm doing the minutes again tonight. What the process we have for that as a historic district commission is that would be a section here that we might want to
Add.
update.
Absolutely.
And then
We'll
that
find-
process, that we do that independently of this reorganization or in parallel to. Can you just clarify that?
What I would ask is that you approve the reorganized document
Okay,
as it's presented, with the exception of clarifying those couple of dates.
Yeah.
And we move forward to be able to migrate this online. And now, yes, at future meetings, if you want to add it as an agenda item, a regulation, in this design guidelines section, this Article D, you have plenty of room to add additional sections. So if you'd like a dedicated section to add a new one of just solar panels and create specific guidelines for that, then you can move forward and amend this
Like it.
document however you'd like. We just find the appropriate section where it belongs and then
That's
work on
brilliant.
text.
That's brilliant. No, you've helped me out. That's what I thought you were saying. I just want to
Absolutely.
it correctly so I don't write the minutes incorrectly.
Yeah.
You just have to mute your microphone,
I did.
your sound.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm just looking at Eric Berg and he is muted. So I could see that he's muted. So if he unmutes it, then, it should be fine.
Yeah, so Eric, it looks like you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
Jayshree, how did you get onto Zoom?
I have my computer.
She's a wizard.
Oh, okay.
I'm just so used to it. You know how we are, right? Like at work.
We use Teams at
So,
work,
so
but I'm on meetings all the
practically
time.
then,
I just glued to my computer.
practically what we should probably do is have like changes like you just mentioned, you should write those.
Yeah.
Rewrite what you
No,
think it
I
should
will,
be.
because
No, or anybody.
well, anybody, so I mean, I'm just giving some examples, so as a, you know, as a member of this board now for a few years, but also being involved with this really since we worked on the Liberty Street Historic District for that period of really 2012 through 2015, so I do have some ideas and I
Sure.
do feel strongly about things like solar panels. That
Me too.
we need to update these. They're living documents, and that young man that you had come here talked about trying to find best practice from around the states.
Right, and
I
now
would
you have
love-
that, you
yeah.
have that library to
Yeah.
refer to.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming from.
Yes, and I agree.
And other members may feel very differently and say that's a great idea. We don't want to do it. Fine, but I would still like to have a discussion as a
Yes,
commission.
so I think the right way to do that, that's all I wanted to get to, is to have each of us, when you have that kind of thing, write it.
Right. Okay.
Write it.
Yep.
And then we can all look at that and say yay or nay.
Yep.
Or maybe a modification, you know.
Right.
And I totally agree about solar panels. I think we should just, Guilford has very good solar
Randy
panels.
did a really nice job
Yeah.
working on that.
Yeah, so I think we can, maybe just
Well,
look
that
there
would be
and catch them.
the easiest one, but you know, when you talk to Henry Graves, for example, we all know Henry.
Yeah.
I was just at the Deacon John Grave 200 thing. Henry even got me a dress and costume from 1826. So, and I was told I looked like an elf, which is not the image I was trying to do. But you know, there are tools. There are tools for helping people maintain historic district, maintain historic structures.
Yep.
And you know, Guilford and Madison are really gems in New England, and so I want to see if our guidelines can really help incentivize people to do more.
So when, in the beginning, excuse me, we were fashioning ourselves. Is it South Windsor or someplace in the north?
We looked at several of them. I thought East Haddam was one. I can't remember now.
South Windsor was one.
South Windsor, yeah.
Well,
Yes. It's actually on. Yeah, and we fashioned our regulations after those. It was Groton, South Windsor, Guilford, Old Lyme. And we took pieces of all of those. Yeah.
That's good.
because they'd all been around a number of years before us and they had.
Yeah.
So they may have solar regulations that we can look at.
Guilford has very good ones. I think we should
I-
pretty much adopt.
I mean, we don't need to reinvent the wheels. If
Exactly.
we've done it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at that.
Their town lawyers look at it and say it's good, then that's something we should discuss.
If solar, I think that's one of the items in the regional library. We can, if you don't have the link to that information that Matthew put together, I can coordinate that with you or even pull out.
Yeah.
If solar is where you want to start, we can start and I can give you those resources that are available in there for
That'd be great.
an upcoming.
Yep. So would you like us now, so that's what we're gonna do is really like solar, we're gonna try to use what that resource is. If any other changes, I think we should just write them down, but actually write what you think it should be.
Yeah.
And then we can look at that and just either incorporate it or not, or maybe modify. That's, I think, the right thing.
Yeah.
That way we can get crazy.
Just as you said, Tom, that reading through the landscaping, that you have to assume there's no landscaping there to screen from the public view.
Right.
After I started reading through word for word, you know, in the regulations and actually thought, oh, why is this written this way? Or maybe we can do that. So it really isn't a bad idea, even just to start at the beginning.
And just read that, I did it this afternoon,
I mean,
absolutely.
they're not huge documents.
Right.
But to be able to kind of see where
Yeah, and you
you
know,
may find that.
that's,
There's
public
not-
right of way is a very fundamental concept to historic districts.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, and then also, that's the other thing I read today, it's just funny, notice it. Public right of way, also parking lot that is not public right of way, it can be seen from that you can regulate that activity that can be seen from that parking. lot. The regulations.
It was
I didn't log it.
interesting in the statute also about sidewalks and municipal projects and offering
I saw that too.
advice instead of requiring a COA. And that made me think of our last application that it may not have needed a COA, but it was more of a referral to the commission for guidance on the
Right.
project.
Right.
And until you really kind of read through the statute and see how things are written,
Yep.
it
It
was
That
interesting.
was very happy outcome that last application, because I think we ended up with something everybody feels really
It's
good.
nice.
Well, we got
It's a nice project.
Yeah, the changes we wanted, and he was very happy to do it.
Yeah. Good.
Agreed.
There's it's a very short document, so Bill for solar system, it's got only 11 pages. Most of them are
Solar one?
pictures. Most of them are pictures. So it's a very short document.
Yeah, your sign regulations should be updated as well. Your sign,
Yeah.
that one I noticed
Look at that.
is.
Yep.
Would that include like a post office, like a mailbox?
You do have a section that has.
On that,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
okay.
In that.
But I need new
Yes.
ones.
And the other thing I noticed in our in our ordinance, there's not an established fee for applications.
Huh.
And there's nothing in the guidelines that say the commission shall establish a fee for applications. So,
What's the application fee for a building permit?
that's
that-
based on a.
yeah, that's a cost,
Based
yeah,
on
that's-
cost.
I think
Historically-
historically, the commission has charged $50 an
$50.
application.
Yeah.
But I can't find any documentation that was ever formally established.
Yeah, we can formally establish it.
So, yeah, I don't, maybe we get that into submission requirements, you
Yeah.
know, and then there's a language that says.
I think that's probably something we voted on ages ago when we needed.
I think you're
And
right.
it's not even in the statute that authorizes a fee, so I don't know if it actually
Eric
prohibits
has got
because
his
it's
hand
not in there, I don't know.
So what do we
Eric
do?
has his hand on, but let's see if he can speak.
What do I do?
You can hear.
You know that you can unmute. See.
I can't, I tried. Oh, from there.
We have to master control.
Oh, no, actually, he unmuted himself. Good,
Yeah, he should be able to
there
speak.
he is, unmuted himself.
Can you speak, Eric?
Eric, you there?
No, we can't, there must be, he's unmuted, but there's a microphone. He must be a microphone.
But it must be his microphone.
Exactly. on the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
computer,
it
that's
says,
the problem.
that's actually happened to me at my
It's a
crappy old
permissions
computer.
or,
Yeah.
or the wrong microphone.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
not
work on your
setting.
microphone,
Yeah.
Eric, we'll do it.
He has to activate it, you know, when he,
Yeah, if he clicks on his
It shows up
microphone,
anyway.
and
he
it
may have options there to choose which microphone
For all-
to use for his voice.
an
Correct.
audio option, you can use built-in,
Yeah.
microphone,
Okay.
so. Maybe he can actually, put his message in a chat. So.
Analysts, I think you're right, can chat.
Is it, well, we use Teams in my office, so I guess Zoom has a chat, right?
Yes.
Zoom does chat, well, Eric maybe. I'll let you. You made us all delegates or whatever. you
Panelists.
say.
Yes.
Yes, that's
So
good.
you
I
should,
didn't- I-
as a
I-
panelist, you should be able,
That's fine, I'm gonna try the names. Several weeks.
Okay, good.
okay.
Yeah, we need to get good at this.
The only challenge is gonna be in, like, for example, you're gonna have a hearing next month. And the applicant, if they attend in person and show you papers, the folks on Zoom are not gonna see that unless someone on Zoom, you know, a panelist who's attending pulls up that document and screen shares it during
Yeah.
Right,
the public hearing
but
process.
that has to be done separately, can't be done from here.
Well, like, for example, Carol can click on the agenda and screen share
Okay.
the plan as folks are looking.
So
But that may take a little bit of coordination.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check to see if I didn't have my computer on before, but I do now. And I'm just trying to see if I could have done that.
No, your camera will not, well, it would, your camera's off.
Oh, yeah, so I
Right
can
now.
turn it on. And then
But
I could do
It's
share.
not as easy as if you walked up to the camera over this TV.
I can see it. Jayshree, I can see it. Yeah, it's out of focus, but I can see a document.
Because you've got a filter on, so you're the
Oh,
only thing in focus.
Yeah, maybe because I'm filtering my background.
Yeah, up and shared it.
Do not blur. Okay.
Screen share, yeah.
Yes.
I've even done that.
But if somebody came in like in this situation and only had a paper, someone would have to get up and hold it up to the screen. Yeah, that's clear.
This is
Jay
working
Shree.
now, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
gotta-
go.
That's not the worst thing either.
It's not.
No,
good,
yeah.
though.
But then again, if you have a public hearing, now these
No.
are not just hybrid for
Got
the
it,
committee
Jayshree.
or applicant to attend, it's also for the public.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to look at attendees and see, give folks in the room and on Zoom the opportunity to be heard.
Got it.
Yeah, so for real application, we should probably have somebody, one of us, have it, our computer up and the document that's been submitted available so it can be shared.
Yeah.
And if they bring something that's not been shared previously, then we put the cameras.
That's the best.
I'll bring my computer.
Yeah, I can bring mine.
My computer, and then, if I have to, worst come to worst, I can take a screenshot, upload it, and then share it.
Okay.
It's very neat.
So
Well done.
that way. And then the other thing is you just want to make sure you're recording because we'll get the video of that and that will help with the minutes and we'll
Yeah.
get you can also have enable the closed captions so that we get some of the
And when you do a recording, because I have a business Zoom account, does the recording also do the Zoom transcript, or do you actually have to watch the recording to do the minutes?
in this one, I would set up the closed captions. So you would get more. So you can do transcript enable and your captions.
Which, yeah.
And so you are already transcribing this, so that's great. I'll get the recording. So when you end the meeting,
You'll get it-
you're gonna end for all. And I get the email because it's under my account, so I
And
can
then you-
share that. with
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And then you can do the minutes for that.
Yeah.
And the video,
Transcript's very helpful.
the
Oh,
video
gotcha.
gets posted with, in the agenda center. So you'll see the agenda, the minutes, the recording of the
It's,
meetings.
it's already working.
I missed your note because I had told Tom, and so I did not send out the minutes for the last meeting within 7 days to the town office,
Yes,
but I'm going to be doing that tomorrow along with you.
I sent them
Oh,
the
good.
old minutes. And I
Thank you.
know they can't be certified because they're past the 7 days, but they have them. So you can vote on them tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Anyways.
I just missed them.
That's fine. But yes, if you can get them in 7 days, that
Of
would
course.
be wonderful.
We're talking to an old board secretary. For many years.
Really embraced your role, Denny.
Chief of staff, board secretary, that was who I was, I used to do.
Yeah, we use things that like to.
Excellent.
I don't like being the chair of the.
Okay.
I like being.
No way.
staff of the board.
So, Tom, the only thing is just a formal vote from the commission.
Yeah,
or
we're gonna
the
do that.
organization.
But before we do that, I just want to make sure everybody understands that any changes that you want to make, write them down, write it as if it's going to be in the regulations. Send them to me if you want. And then we can all talk about them at the next meeting when they're already.
We'll put them on the agenda and if
And we have a real look.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good, okay. Yeah, so the idea now is that we need to make a motion, I'll make it if you want, that we do approve the revised and reorganized the regulations and guidelines as presented. That's my motion. Is there a second?
I second it.
All in any discussion?
Just getting the dates updated as we discussed earlier.
Okay.
Introduction.
Second, yeah, with the understanding the intervention of the dates.
Okay, anything else? All in favor? Aye.
I
Opposed? Unanimous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The only thing else we have to do is.
So-
Go ahead.
One thing we were talking about a minute ago, Aaron, I think at some commission meeting ages ago, we voted for $50 fee for applications. I think that was something we voted on as a
Okay.
commission
I figured I'd
application.
ask you that you guys probably know. You're all-
And it was based on the fact that applications require public notice, which was getting it in the papers, and there's a fee for that.
Yes, and so at some point when we're doing our updates, we should update that fee to at least cover our expenses.
Yes.
Because we're averaging about $100.
Oh,
So we don't really want to be in the hole.
right.
For
Okay.
applications. And
Yeah.
I'm happy to confirm with Mary Dunn that, look, you know, at least from a statutory perspective, that we can charge a fee. And if that's the case, then I'll just go through our legal notice, estimates, and I'll let you know, and that could be a future.
Yeah,
So that we can at least.
and this is a long time ago now, and I don't,
Well, I
could be
think,
wrong, but,
yeah,
but
I do remember first time when I renovated my house. You know, it was a big renovation. In 2000, started I think in 13, and I do remember paying some like.
oh, yeah.
Well, it was. There's always been,
It has
there's always been a fee. We
for
can't
quite
figure
some
out
time, the
when that ever
$50.
happened.
But I think, I vaguely remember way back when in the old days that there's no problem with having a fee. It's something that we can do. The state statute doesn't say anything about it, but also doesn't say you can't. And I
Yeah.
think we had a discussion with Mary Dunn about this like eons ago now. And yeah, that
It makes
was not a
sense.
problem.
You have to pay for a legal notice. I
Yeah.
mean, that shouldn't be on the
Yeah.
municipalities, I would think,
Right.
at our expense.
Right.
And legal notice fees have skyrocketed
Yeah.
over the last few years. We're essentially paying double than what we paid a couple of years ago.
All right, so yeah, we should update the fee.
Quite a
cover-
bit.
cover
I
that.
think
So I'm happy to give you some information on that
Great.
too. And even kind of look at what other municipalities are charging,
Yes.
you know, see that we're in the right ballpark.
All right. So only other thing we have to do is review the minutes from the last one.
I just want to say thanks, Aaron, to you for updating those or migrating the regulations.
Thanks,
before you-
Karen.
Yeah, thanks,
It'll be nice. I'm excited to see all of this kind of come to life
Oh, me too.
online.
Yeah.
And our webpage.
It was actually, it hurt me to look at the website because it was so outdated.
It is, and now it's outdated from the Odell
Even
study.
today,
And we're doing the town is getting a refresh of the webpage, and our new applications manager is open to, you know, flexibility and really personalizing your page. So that's somewhere else where you can have a lot of freedom, whatever you'd like to put on that,
Right.
and making it as informational.
And how do we do that? Just
Friendly.
channel it for you?
So I have done changes on a Word document and, you know, just the text, and I've asked her to put a draft up of what it would look like. You know, I forget how you call like the left column versus the right. I know they have different names of the search bars and tabs. You can have images to click on, so you could have a photo of a building on the Green District or Old Elm, and, you know, you can click on that and it opens a whole informational page on each district and their regulations. Things like that, a direct link to online permitting process.
Mhm.
And then any other, like you said, this public outreach that, helping folks understand preservation opportunities. Those are things we talked about in that flyer that Matthew was
Right.
working on, but we can also put all of those as resources on the webpage.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So you have, if you don't have applications happening, you have a lot of opportunity to kind of do some of that advocacy.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Yeah,
and
the
preservation
proactive
work
side.
instead of just the regulatory hat
Got it.
that you're wearing.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yeah, we, just let me know and
Okay.
we'll try to pass along everything and we can show you drafts of what it would look like. And if somebody is exceptionally well at website, you know, you are able to design. Sometimes I look at other towns for examples too, but
Yeah.
we're happy to bring it. There's a lot that's outdated, and so it's nice to take an opportunity
Oh, absolutely.
to make them working documents, yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So. This is, I think I looked carefully.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I mean, so the minutes just reflect the discussion of the last meeting, which was a long discussion. We had a high attendance, and so They summarized a number of letters that were read into the record for this, but they also reiterated those that were opposed to this project. In summary fashion, they tied to the March minutes. And so basically, we did approve that because we noted, and this is good for this discussion tonight, that we approved on design appropriateness. And then we had another application that had to do with the greenhouse, and Aaron clarified for us, as well as people at the meeting, that really they shouldn't have put an application in the first place, because the person that did it did not do it on behalf of the church. They did it on their own, off their own bat, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's a British phrase.
On the movement.
Off their own bat.
Off-
They
off
did
the
it,
movement.
they did it on their own
And they
initiative.
obviously didn't put in another application.
And
So that's a dead issue.
And then there was just two very minor things. One was what we just talked about tonight, what that was. And Erin wanted us to approve tonight, which we did. Finally, this hybrid meeting format. Just to remind everybody, if you haven't looked at the minutes.
Yeah, I don't see anything changing. Yeah, fair enough. So I'll just make a motion to move this along. I move that we accept the April 27th, 2026 minutes as written. Can I get a second?
I'll second. Oop,
Carol, all in favor?
There's a lot.
I,
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous, the minutes are approved.
So I just want to say that prior to this meeting, I attended the Madison Historical Society annual meeting where Tom spoke. And Carol, I want you to know that practically every other word out of Tom's mouth is, Carol did this, oh, she was here, and oh, she did so much.
thank you, Susan, and thank you, Tom, and congratulations, Tom, on that award.
Thank you very much. And I wanted to say that the other second most, or probably first most mentioned name, and I haven't had the opportunity to do this because you haven't been here, John, was John Lind has been the chairman of this commission for
Yes, we did get it.
14, 15 years, maybe. Couple weeks. Yeah, couple weeks. And without him, we would not have the commission have done anything close to what it has done. So it needs to be on the record that we owe John a huge debt of gratitude, and I particularly do. If not just for the commission, also for Old Elm Street. So I just want to get that on the record too. So it's very nice. It's so just absolutely well felt and true as I can make it. What else? Anything else?
Oh, Tom, I know.
Yes.
I just wanted to mention that we did submit the grant application for historic resources inventory to SHPO by May 6th, and they will be deciding on it in June. So we'll hear, I hope sometime in June, whether we were awarded $20,000 to do a historic resources inventory of the whole town.
That's through the planning and zoning, right?
It's
Like
everybody, actually. So, we kind of, because Henry Griggs and I worked on it with Aaron and others, and so we managed, because we wear several hats, we covered Historic District Commission, Planning and Zoning, Madison Historical Society, and I guess that's it for the official ones. But then also there's a list of stakeholders attached to the grant application as well.
Good.
So we're trying to make it as inclusive and broad as possible, and to include houses, basically to fill in the gaps for what hasn't been either plaqued by the Historical Society or studied through historic district study reports for the three districts. And there are a number of historic houses that were inventoried back like in the 70s and 80s, some of which, of course, have been demolished, unfortunately, but we want to just do an update of that previous inventory and fill in the gaps with a professional consultant.
That's terrific. I mean, it's a great thing because there's lots of houses out there that have
Yep.
not been touched by.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be sure to include all the houses from north to south. I used it as photos in the grant application examples from Race Hill Road and Durham Road up above Rockland Preserve. And then we also threw in some pictures of Buffalo Bay.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Let's get some Buffalo Bay, local people to go for an LHD there.
Right. But anyway, I mean, we kind of emphasized also the threats from climate change and rising sea levels along the shoreline.
Right. Okay.
So is the demolition delay, is it a 50-year or 60-year? To go on.
I think we're still using 60-year-old.
Okay, my house has another 12 years.
But I remember Dave Anderson talked at one point about cutting it off like around World War II.
Yeah, we talked about that and we decided that was a bad idea.
Yeah, we did.
And we decided not to because that implies that there's houses built after that time that aren't of value, historically speaking, and
Right.
that's not an accurate statement.
And I agree with that. It's not an
Yep.
state. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
many of them are not, but
Right.
that doesn't mean there aren't some that are.
So didn't we want to do it as year built rather than how many years old? Wasn't that got to or not? We didn't change anything.
We kept it as it was, which is number of years. I guess it's 60.
I
But-
think it's 60.
But that'll change. Like in 2050, 60 years old is 1990. Like,
Yeah.
you got that?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, because 1990.
Yeah.
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 Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Anything else? Thanks, Carol.
Yep. Thank you.
Anything else?
I have a question.
Go.
So, for my house, they painted the windows.
What a difference.
It's a difference, but when,
You're still not there. Huh?
no, I'm not thrilled.
Yeah.
Because, it's just. Where are they? But if I take pictures, I mean, I can bring them here.
Mhm.
And would you kind of critique it? Because there's only so much I can push back this guy, contractors.
Mhm.
I would not have done the way they did it, but it's too late. In the
Mhm.
sense, they're beautiful windows. They're wood windows, they're beautiful. And if you don't stare at it too much, but I'm just a little bit heartbroken.
Yeah. But there's nothing much you can really do.
Well, I thought that paint color is not something that we have no jurisdiction.
No, it has nothing to do with the paint color. No, that is not my question. My question is the trim, because they kind of, I would have done the whole brand new window, taking care of the original.
Yeah.
Take out the original window. Instead, they infilled it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was too late for me to change that because they just did it.
Yeah.
And I cried about it. I literally, I was in Sydney.
And
And then-
the way they make those windows now, the trim actually comes with big difference.
No,
Yeah, and because the trim is wider. than it needs to be.
it just these guys, first of all, it took them 2 years to do that. They've been very nice. They've done a great job.
Yes.
But the windows it took a long time for the insurance company to approve it.
Right.
They did approve it.
Yeah.
But to send them the check and for them to order the windows, it just dragged on for too long.
Right.
If you don't really stare at it too much, it looks perfectly good.
Yeah.
But I live this, I stare at it.
Oh, I get it. I totally.
And there's still some, I would like to critique it, and then that way I can push back because I'm exhausted
Yeah.
pushing back.
Yeah, I get it.
And then I, on top of that, I had a tree that fell on the side.
Oh,
And it just made a little damage, fortunately, and it's just gonna be repaired. So
Right.
should I put in a request to it's gonna be totally just, as, it was just a little edge that needs to be
you're
repaired.
replacing, you're just repairing what was broken. I don't think you have to do anything.
Okay,
Application.
all right, okay, so that's, I will, email it to you, is that okay? The photos, or should I bring it to the next meeting?
Bring it to the meeting.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. I'd email it too if you want
Yeah,
to see it, but
Okay,
yeah, you take a look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much we can do either, but,
right, yeah.
but hopefully
Yeah.
it'll help. I think in the end, you know, with them, that makes your eye look, make the sashes narrower than they really are.
And there were so many times I said, you know, I want to be here, let's look at it. Yep, yep, they're coming, they're not coming, their insurance people are here, it just,
God bless you.
oh, we ordered them and I literally threw a fit, you know.
Yeah.
For the most, and then they fixed it, you know.
Yeah.
But then in the front part, you know, Carol, are you in Madison nowadays?
No, I'm in Rhode Island.
Did you move there?
No. I'm nanny to my grandson for a few days a week.
Oh, good. That sounds.
But I had
exciting.
been watching your house, and when the tree fell on it, I thought, "Oh my gosh, you're kidding!"
Fires, trees, what else? Come on.
Like, fire inspectors were laughing. They just said, "You guys, you just love us, right?" And I said, "You know, you should just move right." That's it is. It's so I was like, my husband and I was like, either God either loves us or God really hates us. So they keep throwing at, but at the same time, nothing really damages too much.
There you go.
I mean, we're safe, you know.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Luckily, it looked very minor. But I did wonder if Jayshree, you might have ghosts in your house. I'm not sure.
I think it's a good group. Everybody laugh. I mean, we
My wife is convinced we have one, so nobody laughs.
I think I am kind of now beginning to think that, but I think that ghost is good. Good
I sure
ghost.
hope so.
I think
All
so
right.
too.
Sorry, too late now. It's all gone.
But I slept in the guest room last night, one night. He's okay, I'm open to you if you're here. Nothing.
That's a riot. I love it. Okay. I need a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
I second it.
All in favor?
Hi.
Hi.
We're adjourned at 8:09 PM. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're gonna get this hybrid stuff going here.
Yep, we'll get it. Thanks.
Bye, Carol. Bye.